Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk about Liverpool Football Club while discussing a certain coward rat. So big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Please hit the like button, subscribe. I know it's usually hard to believe because I'm always late, but it's actually not my fault. Tom was just stuck in a bit of traffic. He's usually always on time, so there's no need for us to cook him. Anyway, joining us is, of course, man like Tomlin. Hi, Tom. Why are we so close to each other? Bloody hell. Hi, Tom. You're on mute. Experienced streamer. Come on. Come on. You get paid now, Tom. Come on, man.
I know. I'm good though, mate. How are you?
I'm great.
I have a feeling me and you are going to have very different opinions on Zubimendi, which is something I wasn't expecting.
Okay, first of all, big up everyone locked in. That's the first thing. Because there's 400 people in here. We haven't even started the show yet. Guys, can we just get the likes up? Like, it's literally for free. No one asking for any money. We're not asking for anything like that. Just hit the like button, subscribe. Tom Little's channel is in the description. You get me? We appreciate the 50.5k. You get me? So the road to 51k is on the road. So big up to everyone locked in, guys. Just like and subscribe. It's a free button. And you guys know how Husam X Tom Little gets. So what we don't want. And as Tom said last week, we're getting Husam X Tom Little on a weekend, not even a weekday, not even during the day. So everyone can lock into this one, which is the reason why there's 500 people in here. So please hit the like button and subscribe. So, Tom, let's start off with a non-Liverpool topic. Today, we got the here we go. Martin Zubimendi to Arsenal. Talk to me. Why you say you have a different opinion?
I mean, I'm assuming by the title you think he's a rat, but not joining us.
Yes.
I don't think he's a rat. I just think he's a bit of an idiot for picking Arsenal ahead of Liverpool. I don't think he's a rat. Because he's treated Sociedad with the utmost respect throughout the whole thing. He's ensured that his boyhood club have got a fee for him. He's given his boyhood club as much time as he can to make a team that I can compete in. They haven't been able to do that. So he's went, I've got to move on to pastures new. But I'll ensure that the club get a good fee for me, which is exactly what you want any homegrown talent to do. In terms of going to Arsenal ahead of Liverpool, I think he's a dickhead for doing that because Liverpool's a better team than Arsenal. It's got a better future than Arsenal. It's got better players than Arsenal. Got a better manager than Arsenal. But he's made that decision because Mikel Arteta's got this weird fantasy about reuniting 2021 Real Sociedad. So he can go live and die by that decision. He's not a rat. I just think he's a bit of an idiot for it. Now, Trent,
when you say he's not a rat, what are you defining as a rat? He got a fee for Sociedad.
He treated Real Sociedad with the utmost respect and gave them...
but you're making it about Trent, which is not this conversation.
No, because that to me is what a rat is.
You're wrong.
Why is Zubimendi a rat then?
Okay, I'll tell you exactly why he's a rat. Because why did they reject Liverpool Football Club last summer?
Because he wants to stay at Sociedad.
Yes. Last I checked, is there mountains of San Sebastian in London?
No.
So he's a rat then?
No, not at all.
Tom, you need to stop making everything about Trent. It's actually so jarring.
It's not about Trent.
I need Tom to just come back. Like the real Tom needs to come back. We get it. Trent is a see you next Tuesday. Happy now? Can you just let it go? He's gone.
That doesn't change my thoughts on this.
He's gone. He's gone. He's a rat. He's a snake. Everything. Martin Zubimendi did not join Liverpool Football Club last summer because of what? Because of the mountains of San Sebastian and Paella. There's no fucking mountains of San Sebastian in London. There's Paella in Liverpool and in London. Okay. So that's why he's a rat, because he played us. So that's why he's a rat, because he did all this extra shit. And they presented a PowerPoint slide for me to remain at Sociedad. Is Arsenal a best club now? Is Arsenal a best club? What is it? Arsenal, Bilbao, the Gunners? Like, what is it? Like, is it?
No.
What is it?
But
Real Arsenal.
If anyone's making it about Trent, it's more so you than me. I've maintained the entire thing clear up.
I'm making it about Trent.
You're sitting there going, because he said he stayed because of the mountains. He didn't stay because of the mountains. He stayed because he's got a
What did he
loyalty
say?
to his. He stayed because he's got a loyalty to his football club.
So it's Arsenal, his local club.
No, Arsenal's not his local club.
So he's
but
a
you know
rat
what he
then.
done?
So he's a rat.
No, because you know what? I've never once said that if a player leaves their club, they're a rat. There are ways and means to leave that football club. He gave Sociedad the most opportunity to build a winning team around them, and they couldn't. So he had to move on. That I can't knock. Do I think he's a prick for picking Arsenal ahead of Liverpool? Yes. I think it's a stupid decision to make, but he's made that decision.
So me calling him a rat is a problem, but you calling him a prick is okay.
Yeah, because I'm not calling him a rat because he's not joining Liverpool. I'm calling him a dickhead because he's not joining Liverpool. Rat
And that's
to
why
me
you're
is
insulting him worse than I am.
Not necessarily. I think calling someone a rat's worse than calling them a dickhead because a dickhead can be meant nicely. You can't call someone a rat nicely. So I said that it is what it is. He's picked to go to Arsenal. He can go play with 7 centre backs and a winger who doesn't ever get to rest and play for a team that's got second 3 times in a row and miss out on the chance to play for a title winning team with Mohamed Salah and Van Dijk and a manager who knows how to win a league. It is what it is. You can live and die by that decision. He's just a shit Ryan Gravenberch.
I don't even think he's a shit Ryan Gravenberch. I think Ryan Gravenberch is better. I'll be honest with you, Martin Zubimendi got bullied against Manchester United by Casemiro. And Casemiro's like 39 years old.
Should we go by Setic? He's a shit by Setic.
Shit by Setic. Yeah, I take that. I think he's a shit by Setic.
There we go.
But for me, the thing that pisses me off is like this whole, I'm going to remain at my local club and then you join Arsenal. But Arsenal is not a local club. The thing that's making this so weird, and the fact that just shows me that Zubimendi is just an absolute loser and a clown, is the fact that he did not say no to Liverpool and then a summer later join Manchester City. Like 7 league titles in 9 years. He did not go join Real Madrid, whatever, 6 Champions Leagues in 10 years. You'd get that, right? He downgraded from Liverpool and went to Arsenal. Complete downgrade. Complete downgrade, by the way. Like, his decision makes no sense. It's like going like, Tom Little, would you date Rihanna? And then he goes like, nope. But then going like, Tom Little, would you date like the girl from down the street? Like, yep. That's the thing. And the truth of the matter is, we know for a fact now, Caicedo and Lavia both have made wrong decisions. Factually. Objectively, so far, they're both made wrong decisions because they both could have been league champions and Carabao Cup champions, and they've won neither. They're in the Conference League instead of playing Champions League football. We know now as well, if I were to go off historic data, then Zubimendi has made the wrong decision as well because Arsenal Football Club win nothing.
Exactly. But that's something he's got to live by. He's clearly picked to go to Arsenal because of the Basque little section they've got there with Odegaard and Arteta and Marino and everything.
Did you say Basque section and mention Odegaard, Norwegian?
Yeah, no, because Odegaard played at Sociedad for how many years, didn't he? So
why didn't Zubimendi go to Newcastle then?
Because Newcastle did good for him. Again, though, I know we're trying to point score on him, and I want a point score on him. At the end of the day, he got dicked down by the worst Manchester United team ever. What's he gonna do when it comes to fucking Leeds United and Ao Tanaka at Ellen Road? He'll get ran through. But at the end of the day, if I'm looking at it logically, he's made that decision. I can't knock him. He's treated Sociedad with respect, which is why I can't call him a rat. He's made the stupid decisions to go to Arsenal ahead of the better teams that wanted
completely stupid decision.
He can go
absolutely idiotic.
He can live and die by that decision. He can live and die by it. That's all he has to do.
Oh, he's definitely going to die by the decision. There is no living at Arsenal. We know that.
I mean, it's funny because apparently they want to keep Partey as well, so we might even join and be a fucking backup.
So who's holding bench then? Because I know Rice ain't holding bench. I know Odegaard ain't holding bench.
Zubimendi be holding bench. That's who it would be. He turned down Man City because he didn't want to be a backup. Then he might well just be a backup to Thomas fucking Partey.
That's mad. That's actually mad. He would have been so much better at Liverpool Football Club as well under a much superior manager, with a much superior players, much better fan base, much bigger club. But he decided to go there. Bro, like sometimes, you know what it is? Footballers just, and I've realized this since I've started doing content, footballers confuse me.
Apparently there's news that's broke.
We'll speak about it, don't worry. Footballers confuse me The reason why footballers confuse me is I feel like sometimes the most obvious decisions to make, they just don't make. Like, I understand, like, if you reject Liverpool and you go to Manchester City, I get it. But rejecting Liverpool to go to Arsenal is just diabolical. Absolutely diabolical, to be honest with you. Like, I really thought that Zubimendi is going to go to Real Madrid, and I've been voicing that opinion because I think he's like the long-term Modric replacement, if you would like.
Did you wear the blue blazer?
No.
That's why I didn't.
I did not. So I think I always believed he was going to be like the long-term Modric replacement, which he still might be because Arsenal is not that guy anyway. They could sell him in the summer. But I just think he's making a horrible mistake, to be honest with you. I think he's making a horrible mistake going to the football club.
Me and you agree, but that's something he's got to live with. And when he's
but we're here to voice our opinions. Why are you acting so nice all of a sudden? What's this?
I'm not acting nice. I'm just not wasting my time on a midfielder who wants to go play backup for Thomas Partey. Would I be wasting my time on Jorginho? No, I don't ever waste my time on Jorginho.
Wow. You just compare Zubimendi to Jorginho.
I don't ever waste my time on Fabio Vieira. I've got better things to do than waste my breath and my time on second-rate midfielders. So at the end of the day, you can go live and die by that decision to go to Arsenal. He's a shit Ryan Gravenberch. He's a shit Stefan Bajcetic. Where's your Premier League title? You could have had it all, mate. You could have had it all, and you pissed it away to go hold Thomas Partey's hand.
And to lose the Europa League, and to lose
exactly.
the La Liga, obviously nothing in La Liga.
His reputation is so damaged by that Casemiro thing, I watched Ryan Gravenberch send Casemiro to a retirement home in August, and Zubimendi revived his career in March. Like, let's not forget what our midfield done to Casemiro in August. We absolutely
destroyed them.
We had the fucking, what's it called? Leave the football before the football leaves you thing. We had that being brought back up again in August. And then in March, after a fucking double leg tie against Sociedad, it was, the football's back. The football never left. It did. But a certain Zubimendi revived it. What can we do, eh? What can we do?
I'll be honest with you. The most successful hate watch in this channel's history. I watched Sociedad versus Lazio away from home. In the first half, Lazio were 3-0 up. Zubimendi got hooked, and Sociedad had a red card. So, that's the level of player we're talking about here. So, listen, I'm glad.
At the end of the day, I only want players Madrid want, because that's the top echelon of players.
Yeah, and I actually hope we play. I really hope we play Arsenal again at the end of next year, so he gives us another guard of honor. Because usually the players that reject Liverpool end up giving us guard of honors, which
it's a trend, that isn't it? It's a trend.
Yeah, Caicedo, Lavia, they both give us guard of honor. So yeah, that's the thing. So
I mean,
we will be speaking about.
I had to watch the LFC midfield give me a guard of honor because I fucking trounced them in the league.
Yeah, Enzo
spending like 5 times less than
them. As well.
I'm not Arsenal, mate. Arsenal can sit there and celebrate the. You know what's funny? They're sitting there celebrating the "We signed Zubimendi" trophy. That's all they've got.
Oh yeah, they're celebrating that next to the "We beat Madrid" trophy.
Yeah. No.
By the way, just so you guys know, Sociedad are 4-0 down to Atletico. Zubimendi just got subbed off. As we're doing this stream, Zubimendi just got.
Soloth scored all 4 as well.
I have no idea.
Because let me just double check something real quick. Did Soloth not play for Sociedad last year? Oh no, it was Villarreal.
Soloth scored all 4.
It was Villarreal he played for last year, but he used to play at Sociedad. Soloth.
Yeah, 4 goals he scored right there. And Zubimendi got subbed off.
Oh dear. But he wants to go join Mikel Arteta's tricky Gunners or whatever they're fucking called nowadays.
I'm sure he's very excited to take some corners.
He doesn't throw-ins. He gets to stand there on the halfway line whilst Declan Rice puts in a corner.
Yeah, I think that's
all he gets to do.
Unbelievable.
I can't
wait for us to just smash the shit out of him next season. Alexis McAllister gonna cook his ass.
Oh mate,
big up
Adam Wharton. The Adam Wharton Classic. He's gonna get put on his head top of the Emirates. Oh, la la la.
The Adam Wharton Classic. I know exactly what you're talking about. The Adam Wharton Classic.
Adam Wharton wearing the number 6 for Liverpool alongside Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai. they're going to run rings round Martin. If Martin Zubimendi couldn't handle the pace of Casemiro, what the fuck's he going to do when Szoboszlai turns up?
Yeah. No, I think Martin Zubimendi is actually, it's a blessing in disguise. We missed out on him. You know, he's just a little rat because you can't play Liverpool Football Club. Don't ever disrespect Liverpool legacy like that. Say no and then move to London anyway. Man went for... oh, sorry. Big up to Omar who says history. Those who refuse us give us a guard of honor. Yep. Big up the LFC midfield. You know, Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo Fernandez. Oh, they all get clapped.
How will we ever survive without them three midfielders?
You guys can win transfer windows. We'll win Premier Leagues.
All we've done is finish above them 2 years in a row, beat them in a cup final, and make them give us a guard of honor because we've won the league before them.
You realize that, you realize that Arsenal have literally just created like Sociedad 2.0.
Yeah,
because Odegaard as well. Moreno.
But the Sociedad, I'd get it if like they were building like the Bayern team of 2019 or like the Madrid team of 2023. They've just built a team and finished like 5th.
Yeah,
that's all you've done. That'd be like us going, you know what I want to do next year? Let me build the Nottingham Forest team. What sort of ambitions that?
Yeah, let's sign Morello, Ola Aina.
Get me Chris Wood up front.
Chris Wood.
Sort of ambition.
Big up to Trent, Benedict Arnold, who sends a super sticker. I have no idea who he's staring at there. But fair. Big up to Abdelaziz Hag, who says the only reason Zubimendi is going to Arsenal because Arsenal can execute a signing, unlike us. Ooh. And speaking of us executing signings, I think this is very important now for us to move on to the next topic. Guys, we have 1,200 people in here. 1,200 people in here. Let's get the likes up, guys. Let's get the likes up. We're only at 260 shows, 260 likes. We're only at 260 likes. Let's get the likes up, guys. Come on. Come on, you're being worse than Zubimendi last summer. You know, I hope you don't go subscribe to Tom's channel. That's the difference between joining Liverpool versus joining Arsenal.
Whoa.
You get me?
Still subscribe to my fucking channel, though, people.
Yes, of course. His channel is on the title. His channel on the title, innit? His channel on the title. Anyway, guys, big up to all of you guys locked in. Hit the like button and subscribe. Tom, what's the first topic Liverpool you want to talk about so I can timestamp it?
I mean, do you want to go for the news that's just broke about Nunez?
Yes, let's talk about that. Nunez gone. Let's talk.
I think it presents a very interesting scenario.
Stop pausing for 7 seconds between two sentences.
No, because I didn't know if you wanted to
tell your girlfriend you're fucking busy.
I'm getting the news up on my fucking phone.
You don't.
What I was going to say was the team that's inquired about Nunez is very interesting because if I'm looking at it, it's a striker I would take from Napoli. There's a striker I'd be willing to do a swap deal for from Napoli.
If you say Lukaku, I will end the stream right now.
Yes, I'm going to say Romelu Lukaku. I'm not going to say the once on loan at fucking Galatasaray who won the fucking.
Oh yeah, awesome, yeah, my bad.
Yes,
my bad.
In the summer, I would sit there and I would go to Napoli. You give me Osimhen, I'll give you Nunez. I might give you 5 million, 10 million on top, and all of a sudden I've got a striker who can get me 25 goals a season. So, you either sell him for 70 to the Saudis, or you sell him for 30, 35, whatever, or you give him away to a team where you can get a swap deal from. Again, let's stop talking about Kvaratskhelia. I wish we could have had him, but it's not happening now. So we have to talk about the here and now. The here and now is Victor Osimhen. This is a striker in his prime. This is a striker who's just walked the fucking Turkish league like it's nothing. You get him in for free, effectively, because you're giving them a Nunez. Do I do that deal every day of the week? You best believe I do that deal every day of the week.
You've completely turned on Nunez and you think my community won't notice.
There's 4 world-class strikers on the planet.
You've turned on Nunez completely, yeah? That's it.
I turned on Nunez in October. I gave him one more chance.
Put one in the chat if you remember Tom Little defending Nunez vehemently this season.
Yeah. I gave him I gave him one more chance because of new manager coming in. And in October, I went, I'm not doing it again. I'm turning on him. That was what it was. But as it stands right now, there are 4 world-class strikers on the planet that would join Liverpool, shall I say. that will be
available world-class strikers.
Yeah. Isak, Alvarez, Kerkez, Osimhen. If you're telling me I've got to give away Nunez to get one of them, I'm biting your fucking hand off for that. So if I'm sitting here in the summer going, can I get... Fuck's sake. This ain't fucking Survivor Series 2014. But if we're sitting there going, I can get Victor Osimhen, get him in right now. Doing it.
Jamie Phillips is probably watching this right now, gritting his teeth, going like his wages are too high.
What wage chat when we've just given 2 players 400 grand a week?
But that's literally the Jamie reason why we won't give someone else that much money.
No, the problem is that by giving them 400 grand a week, the wage bill has gone up, and the wage demands have gone up. If we hadn't given them money, then I'd agree with Jamie. I'd go, yes, they're wanting to manage the wage bill, bring it back down. But you don't give 2 players 400 grand a week and then expect other players to go, I'll take 100. It's not going to happen. By committing to Salah and committing to Nunez, Van Dijk, should I say? Someone fucking put in the chat about Nunez. By committing to Salah and Van Dijk for another 2 years at 400 grand a week, we've set the new bar for the wages. That's the way I see it. We're still in the players that we're talking about contracts with, they're going to be operating.
I really don't think we're interested in Osimhen, Tom.
What?
I don't think we're interested in Osimhen at all.
I think we will be. I think if the door...
He's way down, like, the list. Who are we most interested in? Let's see if we have the same thing. Number 1, easy.
Isak.
Number 2, easy.
Alvarez.
Yes. Now what? Who's 3?
What, me or the club?
The club.
I think Ekatiké's third or something. I think
nope.
Like him.
We know who's third, unfortunately. Let's all cry
together. It's fucking Sesko, isn't it? The fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Yep.
But I just look at it. I know that Edwards really liked Osimhen a couple of years ago.
He did like him a couple of years ago, but...
This is opportunistic. This is a better version of Chiesa, the Chiesa deal. I do that in a heartbeat. You best believe... I get Victor Osimhen in. Victor Osimhen.
I'm with you. I would love Victor Osimhen at Liverpool Football Club. I'd love it.
You do it 100%.
I'd love it. Why would I say no to Victor Osimhen? Are you mad?
But what about Juventus? I'm sorry. If we're sitting here now in the great old year of 2025 and going, right.
Also, Napoli don't sell to Juve, by the way.
You've got 2 clubs on the table for you.
Keep that in mind. There's a reason why Kerkez joined us. Mm-hmm. Keep that in mind.
But you've got 2 clubs on the table for you. You've got Juventus and Liverpool. Who are you joining? They are picking Liverpool every day of the fucking week. Every day of the week. If we wanted Osimhen, we'd get him. I just hope we do. I hope we do. Because you know what it does? It's going to sound stupid. If we get Osimhen, I'm more willing to an Ekatike then. Mm-hmm. If we get an Osimhen, I'm more willing to bring in an Ekatike type. Because you know what? I've got my bagsman. And if Ekatike needs a couple of years to get going, I've at least got the safety blanket in it to go, you know what? You can have that time. Whereas if we're going into this summer and I'm going, you know what? Ekatike's my main guy. I'm not fucking doing that again. I'm not doing 2 years of, just give him time. Eventually, he'll start kicking the ball in the net. No. Any striker Liverpool sign should be coming in and kicking the ball in the net from the start. That's the way I see it. Osimhen does that. Osimhen done it in Serie A. He done it in Ligue 1. You get it done. That's what I want.
He did it in Ligue 1 with who? Oh, yeah, he was a Lille striker.
Lille.
No? Yeah, Lille. Yeah, he was
at Charleroi as well. In Belgium, I think, but I don't know how good the goal scoring record was there.
He was at who?
Charleroi. I don't know how to say.
Let me actually check the actual name of the club now. Charleroi. Who the hell is that club?
They've got like this dead straight badge. It's like a BTEC Newcastle badge.
He's got 12 goals in 25 games for whatever that club.
Charleroi. But he was like 20 or 21 when he was there. So, that's not too bad.
65 goals in 108 games for Napoli, 24 goals in 27 games for Galatasaray, 13 goals in 27 for Lille. So essentially a goal every 2 games, which is a great conversion rate for a striker. Mm-hmm. That's basically 20 goals a season.
Exactly. And people go, no, I won't have that at my football club. I want Benjamin Sesko.
Yeah, anyone who wants Sesko is just an idiot, I'll be honest with you. Sesko is literally like Darwin Nunez, but
You know what?
Slovenia.
You know what? Anyone who wants Sesko in this chat, anyone at all who sits there and goes, Sesko is my top target, please mention it in the comments now so I can just grill you right now. And I don't have to do it again for the rest of the summer. Speak now or forever hold your peace, is what the saying
No,
is.
I think us signing Sesko would be horrendous, I'll be honest with you. I think actually...
We go backwards. We go back.
I'll be honest with you, I would rather...
Sesko is worse than Nunez. He's worse than Nunez.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I actually say, I think Delap is better than Sesko.
Yes.
I'd rather
Delap scored
have
about as
Delap.
many goals as Sesko this year, but in fucking Ipswich.
I can't believe people still buy this fucking shit. Here we go. FFP. Bingo. Liverpool
Football
bingo,
Club broke
right?
revenue
FFP
records in
wages.
every single competition last year, but we're going, ooh, FFP though. Liverpool is so far fucking clear of FFP. And also, guess what? We are going to sell some fuckers.
Every time we make a transfer stream, someone has to mention FFP or some PSR rule on the chat. Every single time. It's just without fail. It's the same shit.
How the fuck can a team that spent 12 million quid in the past year and then won the fucking league be in trouble with FFP?
We are not in trouble with FFP. We can spend a lot of money. We can spend a lot of money.
Make it make sense.
I think Isak is the one we're gonna try the hardest for. But if Newcastle don't want to sell, then there is nothing we can do about it.
We need Newcastle,
and we have to move on to Plan B. I think the one thing, Tommy, you're making me sleepy. Can you come closer to the camera? Fucking hell, you're so far away. Like I feel like you're in a different room.
Oh
like I feel like I
just want to sit back in my chair. My chair doesn't sit forward. If I want to sit back in my chair, I'm going back here. I just want to sit back in my chair for a couple of minutes. Honestly, God.
Just get a chair like that's Steady Eddie, Steady Eddie chair.
Some of us don't have 50k subscribers.
So you think how much do you think this chair cost?
More than what I earn off YouTube ad revenue at the minute.
How much does it cost? Take a guess.
I reckon that cost you about 55 quid. I don't know what the price translation is.
Jordanian dinar is stronger than British pound.
What, so it costs you less Jordan? So 55 quid is less Jordanian.
Bro, this costs like 70 quid. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not paying 70 quid for the chair. This hasn't done me any wrong.
Yeah, but you don't have to because you're not as tall. You're not as wide.
Oh, right. We're not just throwing all these out, are we?
No, but you are not as tall, not as wide. Don't make me get them out now, Tom. Let's just keep this a football stream.
Oh, you're saying that like you wouldn't just willingly do it?
No, I would.
You saying that like you wouldn't just take the opportunity to do a little fucking Shawn Michaels in front of the camera now?
No, I would never. Unless a woman asks. So here's the thing. I think we will try for Isak, but if they want too much money, or if they're taking the piss with like the stuff that they want, big up Mookie in the chat, brate moi. So we'll try, but we have to be ready for Plan B.
Fuck off, Rax. I expect it off of Sam, and I expect it off Jamie, and I expect it off the copper shop, but not off you. Not off you. You're a man of integrity. You're a man of honesty. You're a man of, decency.
A man of cryptocurrency. A man of millions of pounds.
Yeah, big, nice, high-rise apartment which he has to put in the background of everything to make all those peasants feel poor.
I think Rax can afford to buy Liverpool if he wants.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Rax, can you make me sporting director, please?
No, make me sporting director, mate.
No, do not make Tom sporting director because we will become Wolverhampton Wanderers.
You say that, but all the players I recommend, bar check the core, Mason Mount done wonders.
Really? You want to go down that route? Be careful, Tom.
I'll go down that route.
Be very careful, Tom. Stop it because you wanted Tosin Adarabioyo as well.
Tosin Adarabioyo was a 4-3 centre-back would have been fine.
There you are, Tom.
Oh, we act like Tosin Adarabioyo hasn't been a serviceable centre-back.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you to everyone who's being honest. Yeah, he's killing it down there in the Conference League. Anyway, so with the striker position, do you think there's a way of which we get rid of Nunez to get Alvarez, or do you think that's far-fetched?
I just don't think Atleti do that deal. As much as I want them to, I don't think Atleti do that deal.
So what if we just straight up sell Nunez and straight up buy Alvarez?
I'm fine with that. Best believe I'm fucking fine with that. But
Saudi buy Nunez for 90. We buy Alvarez for 125.
I don't think we get 90. I think Saudi buy Nunez for 70. We buy Alvarez for 120. 50 million. You make that up with a couple of like Doak and Morton and that. I that's the deal. I do it again. Like I said, there's 4 strikers who I would do in a heartbeat, and I don't necessarily care about price.
Who's the fourth? You haven't mentioned the fourth.
Isak, Alvarez, Osimhen, Gyökeres.
Oh, Gyökeres. Gyökeres is interesting. But Gyökeres is going to go to Arsenal though.
But I'm just saying that they're the 4 strikers that I sit there and have no qualms about. If I saw Liverpool are pushing for Osimhen or Liverpool pushing for Gyökeres, etc., I'm going yes. Whereas if I see Liverpool,
I wouldn't complain about Gyökeres either.
If I see Liverpool pushing for Ekitike, I sit there and go, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I still think Ekitike is actually better than Sesko. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
He is, but that's
I believe Sesko is by far worst case scenario this whole summer.
Sesko's wank. And don't let people in the chat, don't let Ryan, of all people, try and convince you otherwise.
Yeah, ignore it.
Shit.
Ignore him.
Sesko is dog shit. He's horrendous.
And actually, if we let the audience speak, we're currently at 366 likes. If we get to 500 likes in the next 2 minutes, we'll play the Ryan diss track right now with him here. So let's just get to 500 likes now. If we get to 500 likes, I'll play the Ryan diss track. But you guys have 2 minutes only. 2 minutes here. The timer is on. 2 minutes to get to 500 likes. To play the Ryan
I want to hear the Ryan diss track.
Yes.
It's a Saturday night. We're after entertainment. The Ryan diss track is needed.
See, we're already at 420. Let's try to push to 500. I do unfortunately think Sesko is third choice, though. I won't even lie. Like
and you know what, Husam?
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I would literally genuinely rather us sign Delap. I'm not even joking.
If Benjamin Sesko joins Liverpool,
that guy has no first touch. He's got no ability whatsoever. He's fucking shit. 13 goals in 30 in the Bundesliga. You wanna know what's funny? Marmoush got 15 and 17. Ekitike got 15 and 30. Sesko got 13 and 30. He's actually so shit, honestly. He's genuinely shit.
If Benjamin Sesko joins Liverpool Football Club, Tom Littlechan goes. I close to Tom Littlechan.
Yeah,
that's what happens. I refuse to do content when he's my striker.
Yeah, I think it's
dog shit. Shit. He is awful.
He's actually
Liverpool
shit.
Can do so much better than Benjamin Sesko. Liverpool.
I can name 10 strikers in the Premier League better than Sesko. Premier League. Haaland, Marmoush, Jota from us. Havertz is better than Sesko.
I'd take Solanke.
I take Solanke over Sesko. I take Mbeumo over Sesko.
I'd take Isak. I'd take Mbeumo. I'd take Wissa. I would take Rodrigo Muniz. I'd take Raul Jimenez.
Mateta's better than Sesko. Not even lying.
Mateta. I would take Cunha. I would take
Cunha. 13.
I would take who else is there?
Beto's his level. Like he's actually Beto level.
Evan Nielsen. I'd take Evan Nielsen from Bournemouth.
I take Evan Nielsen over.
I'd take Semenyo from Bournemouth up front. I'd take Chris Wood. I'd take Taiwo Awoniyi. Who else have we got? Any relegation fodder? Who's fucking what's his names? I don't know who came 19th.
Ipswich, Delap, we already mentioned.
Yeah, I'm not taking a Southampton striker. I'm drawing the line there. Strand Larson, I'd take Strand Larson. I'd take Jamie Vardy. I'd take current day Jamie Vardy over Benjamin Sesko. I
take Red Bull.
I would take
I can't believe we just mentioned 15 strikers in the Prem.
Bowen. I take Bowen up front ahead of him, and Bowen didn't even play up front.
Joao Pedro, Brighton.
Yeah, Joao Pedro, Jorginho Rutter, Danny Welbeck. Who else?
Duncan Ferguson.
Yeah, current day Duncan Ferguson, 50-year-old Duncan Ferguson. I still take him.
I actually generally despise this Sesko.
I'd take Mikel Merino ahead of him. You know, we didn't mention Husam. Aston Villa. I'd take Ollie Watkins ahead of him. I'd take Rashford ahead of him. I'd take Morgan Rogers ahead of him. Morgan Rogers didn't play up front. I'd take Danny Ings ahead of him. I'd take Joshua Zirkzee ahead of him. The only team that has a striker that I wouldn't take ahead of Benjamin Sesko is Southampton. And that's because they have Adam Armstrong.
And Man United with Højlund. That's it.
No, but I'd take Zirkzee. I'd take Xerxes ahead of him.
He's genuinely so shit, man. Every time I've watched Leipzig, he's actual ass. He's got his fundamentals are so shit. He's literally Darwin Nunez waiting to happen. Honestly, he's actually so crap.
He's Darwin
But the good
Nunez,
thing is,
he's Darwin
just
Nunez
so you know
30
something,
goal season.
just so you know something, I think Isak is happy to leave. I think Isak is happier
be
to leave
shocked
than
if he
reported
is.
by the media. Fabrizio can say all he wants, you know, and you know the people online can say all they want. I know Isak would be happy to leave for Liverpool Football Club. I think he would be
100%
happy.
he would.
But the problem isn't Isak himself, by the way. The problem is not this whole scenario.
Newcastle are going to be asking for mega money. That's always been the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem in this whole conversation.
That's
The whole
always
problem in
been
this
the
conversation,
problem.
how much Newcastle want.
Which is why
be
we
honest.
need them to not get thingy.
Champions League.
Exactly. At the end of the day, look, if I'm
Chelsea,
sitting there,
Chelsea.
if I'm sitting there on August 1st and I've got Frimpong, Huijsen, Kerkez or Husam, don't really mind which, and a striker like Isak, that's a mega fucking window at that point. And I only just need to add little bits and pieces. That's a team that can go back and do back to back. This is what we're after. At the end of the day, Alexander Isak will have a lot of love for Newcastle, but I also think Alexander Isak is realistic and understands that if he wants to achieve the top honours, he's not going to do that at Newcastle. He can win a Carabao Cup. He might win an FA Cup, but Newcastle United are not in the next 3 years going to win a league title.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not in the next 3 years going to win a Champions League.
They're simply not. They're simply not.
Anyway. That's the honesty that needs to be had.
Let me just do these super chats before we move on. Big up to TYG who says, why are you saying going to Arsenal is down? Because Arsenal are a downgrade from Liverpool.
Because Liverpool just won the fucking league and Arsenal finished second and won fuck all. That's why it's a downgrade.
Yeah, because we won 2 league titles in 5 years and Arsenal have won 0
None
league
in
titles
20.
in 5 years.
Arsenal haven't won any in 20.
I cannot believe people want to act like Liverpool is not an upgrade on Arsenal. Stop it. Stop it.
Liverpool just pissed the league without a fucking signing. Arsenal spent 800 million quid and got fuck all to show for it. You know what, Sam? I'm gonna go on a tangent here. The lack of talk in the media about how shit Arteta and Arsenal's transfer business is mind-blowing. 2022-23. I want people to go look at that transfer window for Arsenal. The 22-23 transfer window. Jesus, Zinchenko, Kivior, Jorginho, Trossard, and Fabio Vieira.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them are going to be there in the next 2 years when they win a title? None of them. That's 250 million quid wasted. Then we go to this summer. Calafiori, Mikel Merino, Raheem Sterling. How many of them are going to be there in 2 years' time, being a crucial part to a title-winning team? None of them. That's another 100 odd million wasted. 400 million quid near on wasted, because that's not including the windows where they had like a Timber coming, but you know what? They also brought in fucking Marquinhos. I reckon they spent out 250 million quid that has been utterly wasted. And yet no one talks about it. You know what they say, Husam? Arteta needs backing.
Yeah.
He needs more money. They need to actually buy him a striker. The fuckers spent 100 million quid on strikers and he can't do fuck all with them. Imagine if Jurgen Klopp brought another Nunez. They'd murder him.
Yeah.
But Arteta does it and it's, you need to do better for him. They need more money. They need more thing. They need more that. You know, Arsenal fans try to sit there and go, no pull to me. I don't care. I'd rather have no pull than your pull, which is average players that aren't useful to my team after a year. I'd rather just not waste the money. At the end of the day, my no pull has won me a Premier League title before your fucking 800 million quid haul has done. When we sit there at the end of the season, I'm sure Martin Zubimendi or fucking Mikel Merino or fucking Calafiori is going to sit there and go, you know what? We didn't win the league, but we had more pull than Liverpool, so who's the real winners? No, they'll sit there, dick in their hands, because they got fuck all else sold, while our players are walking around, medal round their necks, title in their hands, on a bus, parading about. What have Arsenal got? Do you remember that 5 minutes in Paris where we scored a goal and then nearly scored a second? The fuck is that?
We beat the Real Madrid. We beat Real Madrid trophy.
At the end of the day,
That's past. Future is uncertain. Do you
Club,
believe this year could win? Right? Yeah, but I've seen Slot. This is Slot's first season, where I've seen 3 years of Arteta failing. If your excuse is injuries, last season Liverpool had injuries, you didn't win the league, and Haaland was out for a month. Kevin De Bruyne was out for 4 months, and you did not win the league. Explain it to me.
The year before that, you were 8 points clear with 7 games to go. Why didn't you
Oh,
fucking
but
win it then?
it's the Saliba injury. It's the Saliba injury. You already know.
There's always a fucking excuse with them, lot. There's always an excuse, but whenever you try and go, oh, you know what might have happened? Whoa! Excuses, they're shit, they're this, they're that. Why is Arsenal the only club? You know what they're like? They're like a fucking toxic girlfriend. Everything goes wrong to Arsenal, but nothing goes wrong to anyone else. No one else is allowed injuries. No one else is allowed fatigue. No one else is allowed bad runs of form. But Arsenal, you don't understand what I'm going through. Oh, but Bukayo Saka's got a sore hamstring. Oh, what are we going to do? Because Thomas Partey got booked. How can we do anything because he got booked? What the fuck? Get a fucking grip of yourselves. Arsenal Football Club are a club with history, and yet they act like they've never been in this situation before. Honest to God, I'm sick to death of hearing from them. It's always, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me with Arsenal. At no point in the past 3 years of Arsenal Football Club sat there and went, you know what? It's our fault we didn't get the job done. It's our fault we weren't good enough.
It's always something in the universe.
Honest to God.
The funny part is me and you both said it's our fault why we didn't win the league last year.
We didn't win the league last year because we were shit in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
There might have been factors that contributed to that, but the ultimate factor of the match is we were shit.
And we had more injuries than Arsenal and way worse VAR decisions.
Sam, we sat there, got 97 fucking points and said it's our fault we didn't win the league. Arsenal sit there, get 82 and go, oh, but the PGMOL hates us. What are we going to do? Because fucking Simon Riley doesn't like Arsenal because apparently, according to fucking Wikipedia, he was born in Manchester. What are you fucking on about? Get a grip, for fuck's sake. I'm sick to death of hearing every year why it's everyone else's fault, but Arsenal's why they didn't win shit. Someone else is to blame but Arsenal. Someone else to blame for Arsenal. They try and gaslight you every year. You sit there, you walk in, and someone else's fucking undies are in the bed, and they go, no, it's yours. Why didn't you know you had them ones? You've always had them ones. You try and gaslight you. No, we're the only team who never gets fucking injuries. No, I'm not. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Man City have had how many fucking injuries this year? And yet they're sitting there at the end of the season going, we were shit, weren't we? I'm not seeing them go, oh, we didn't defend the title because of fucking Rodri. They've sat there and went, we were shit. We couldn't get the job done. I'm sick to death of hearing it. At some point, they've got to get a fucking grip of themselves. I'm not doing a 4th year in a row of it being someone else's fault why they didn't win anything. Oh, it's the Kroenke's fault he didn't spend money. They've spent near on £1 billion fucking quid. Maybe it's time to start looking at your manager who sits there, gets battered for 160 minutes or 180 minutes in a 2-legged Champions League tie, then stands there and goes, oh, we were the best team in the competition. Where you fuck? You were the worst team that played against PSG. You were the worst team in the knockout stage that played against PSG. And yet, their fucking toxic manager is sitting there going, but we were the best team. He told me. Their bench told me we were the best team, so we're the best team. Sitting there going, but he didn't, though. He didn't, so what are we fucking doing? He sits there and lies. He sits there and gaslights the entire time. But guess what? We're not fucking stupid. Football fans aren't stupid. I'm not going to sit there and go, you know what? I've watched Arsenal get dicked down for 160 minutes. I've watched them lose to Bournemouth. I watched them win 1 game of their last 5. But you know what? They were the best team. They were the best team in Europe this year. What am I watching? I'm watching them. They're always the best team in Europe. I know Bournemouth done the fucking double over them this year. But you know what? They are the best team in Europe. It doesn't make fucking... They couldn't get 3 points against Brighton this year. But you know, they're the best team in Europe. I'm sick of it. Because you know what, Husam? Next year, God forbid, someone in our team misses a month or two with an injury, and we say, you know what, we're struggling a little bit because he's injured. You know what they'll do?
They're all start shouting.
You can't talk about injuries. Look at what we had last year. Look at this. Look at that. Blah. How about for once you put a bit of fucking onus on your own team and your own club and your own management and your own fucking ownership and go, you know what? It's your fault we didn't win fuck all. It's your fault that our mentality is still shit. You know what, Arteta? Maybe instead of hiring fucking pickpockets in the summer, you hire some fucking coaches and teach your team attacking patterns. Maybe instead of adopting a fucking dog called Win, and after a loss, making sure he's in the background when fucking Gary Cosso's doing Sky Sports News. How about instead, do you instill a winning mentality in the club at the training ground? All this, it's all about fucking gimmicks. He's gimmick FC. He's like a shit fucking wrestler who can't get over with the crowd. Gimmick. Let's get some speakers out and play You'll Never Walk Alone. Just how stupid that was. We don't sing You'll Never Walk Alone during the game. So you know what? You could have played really good football when the game wasn't happening. That's what you could have done. When we sing You'll Never Walk Alone before the game, you would have fucking played us off the park. But you know when we start singing chants, you're fucked. You haven't prepared for that. It's gimmick after gimmick after gimmick after gimmick. All or nothing. We were doing all or nothing documentary was just a fucking wank fest over Arteta and how good Arteta did, despite the fact he bottled top 4 with 3 games to go because he couldn't beat Newcastle or Tottenham. He bottled something to Tottenham. That's like the cardinal fucking sin. How do you bottle something to a team that bottles everything? All fucking day, all week, all year, I've had to hear from Arsenal fans how it's woe is them. I'm sick of that. Let's for once look at Arsenal and blame Arsenal and say Arsenal the reason Arsenal weren't good enough. But you know I'd say that, Husam. Anyway, we're talking about Frimpong.
That was an elite tangent. Let me finish the super chats first. Isak is number 1 option. Club is desperate for him and open to leaving. 0% chance for Alvarez. I love how Ryan always says stuff like with a certainty. You know, like 0% chance
Sam,
for Alvarez.
Do you remember last year? It was 100% chance Alisson was going Saudi.
Yeah. He was convinced Alisson's going to go Saudi. He was convinced Salah will be sold. Yep. He was convinced Virgil will be sold. He convinced we were going to get Zubimendi. He was convinced about a lot of things. Nothing happened. But he always speaks with a level of certainty like he actually knows someone or he speaks to someone. He does want to leave. Husam and Tom lying to you about Alvarez. How are we lying about Alvarez?
We're lying by saying that we would do a deal for Alvarez and that the club like him.
That's not a lie. We would. We actively will try. And he says Sesko's right-footed, by the way. Clearly, Husam doesn't watch him. When I call Benjamin Sesko left-footed Darwin Nunez, I'm obviously taking the piss because both of them are like so similar that I'm just calling him a left-footed Darwin Nunez. Not because he's left-footed, but because he's shit. Just like Darwin Nunez is shit. So it would be, in the analogy, like getting a left-footed version of Nunez. Not because he's left-footed. Sesko's fucking shit, bro. That's it. You have to get over it. Tom looking like Snape with that trim. Ain't that Harry Potter reference, I swear?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Watch TK. He works in a two-striker system best, which we do not play.
He could work in a one-striker system, but he needs time to develop that, and we don't have that time to give him.
Yeah, we really don't have that time. At all, we don't have that time. So
We're operating in a 2-year window. We've got 2 years to maximize certain players.
I agree.
I'm not maximizing them by giving them a strike that needs 3 years to figure it out.
Big up to Lee Robinson, says David Ornstein. I don't think Isak is realistic for Arsenal or anybody else. Let's see if Newcastle finishes in the Champions League. You want to know something, Lee? The fact that he ended the statement with "Let's see if Newcastle finishes in the Champions League" prove everything we've been saying anyway.
If Newcastle don't finish Champions League, all of a sudden Isak goes.
Yes. So no one is disagreeing with what you're saying. So just you get me. Just wake up, Habibi. We're literally saying the same thing. You know, it's not realistic. And then he ends it with, let's see if Newcastle finish in the Champions League. So it's the same thing. Big up to
Sam, that's like me going, you know what? Liverpool have absolutely zero chance of Husam. But you know what? If Napoli sell him, look, what's
but we've been saying all along we need Newcastle outside the top 5 anyway. Like we've been saying that all along.
You know what? Newcastle get 3rd. We're going to sign Isak. Everyone's been like, we kind of need Newcastle to not get top 5.
Yeah.
Isak will go because he needs Champions League football.
Yeah, that's it. Big up Husam and Lim Tittle is what Fonzie is saying. Means fuck all. Chelsea got Caicedo and Lavia at the end got the guard of honor. It's all about smart signings, not signings for clout. Yeah, I agree. Listen, hey, Zubimendi can give us a guard of honor next year as well. Let's go. I hope we're playing Arsenal towards the end of the season.
Big ups Lewis as well. Big ups Lewis as well.
Who's Lewis?
The guy behind Beyond the Cup. It's actually good content on there.
You know the guy?
Yeah, I know Lewis.
You've worked with him before?
Yeah, I've done shows on Beyond the Cup. Some good content as well. Some nice top 10 lists and stuff.
Beyond the Cup. Is he Scouse?
Yeah, I think so.
So you say you know the guy and then you don't know if he's Scouse or not?
No, because I don't know exactly where he was born. I know he lives in Liverpool, but I don't know where he was born. I've never sat there and went, you know what hospital were you born in, lad? But I know the guy. I've worked with him before.
Wait, be quiet. I'm listening to him talk.
Okay, brilliant.
He sounds more Scouse than you, Tom.
Okay, brilliant. Here we go. Now we're trying to fucking point score on me, Husam. Brilliant. Thank you very much. You know what? Why did I even do this?
No, but he does sound more Scouse than you.
Yeah, but you've heard.
You don't know how I knew he was Scouse? The way he said Frimpong. Immediate Scouse right there. 100%.
What? So the Scouse way of saying that name?
Yeah.
What? So when I say Frimpong, it's not Scouse.
100%. It sounds Scouse.
So sorry for saying Frimpong, not the Scouse way, people. I'm not Scouse.
No, I'm saying you even say it in a Scouse way.
Oh,
even though,
God.
Yeah, even though you're from the Wirral.
Yeah,
Big up to you.
And now we have to get that little fucking jiving as well.
Tom,
you know, like in a boxing fight, people. You know when like the bell rings and everyone goes back to the corners. You know what Sam's like? If that bell rings, he's sitting there going bang, and hoping the ref doesn't see it, trying to get one more in.
Yeah, I hear you. Big up to TYG says we were shit too. That's why I'm saying future is uncertain, history to be made. Yeah, history. You're gonna finish second 4 years in a row.
I can't remember a team that's finished second 4 years, maybe even 5 years in a row. You will be breaking new ground.
Yeah, but actually, Arsenal have broken a record by finishing second 3 years in a row, previously held by Arsenal.
Incredible stuff. Incredible. They're groundbreaking, aren't they?
They are. Tom looks like the Scouse Chris Angel. For fuck's sake. You don't even know who Chris Angel is. That's like an old school like magician. Get me the hell out of the club is what Win the Dog is saying. Hey, shout out to Win the Dog. Animal abuse. What's the name of that animal?
I'll ring the RSPCA for you, mate.
No, there's another thing, very famous. What's it called? BAFTA or something?
The BAFTA?
There's something that protects animal rights.
That's an acting award.
No, there's something that for protecting animal rights. What's it called?
You know the American one?
Yeah. Like the really big one, the biggest one in the world. PETA, there you go. PETA.
Yes, that's it.
Called
not
PETA
BAFTA. Not the fucking acting award, the BAFTA.
Yeah, at least it rhymed. Big up to Abdul Hadi who says Tom seems to be taking the Zubimendi news well.
I do not give a flying fuck about Martin Zubimendi, mate. I've got Ryan Gravenberch. Where's Martin Zubimendi's league title?
We've got Alexis McAllister, who's better than Odegaard and Rice and Partey and Zubimendi.
I don't give a shit. I would understand if we hadn't signed Zubimendi and we missed out on the league because we didn't sign Zubimendi. But I didn't sign him. I played the centre mid and DM all season and I pissed the fucking league. Why would I be arsed?
Yeah, I agree with you. Not asked, mate. Big up to Dimitri who says Tom's Odegaard get the hairband hair flick Mercedes. He's been doing this all season.
I'm more consistent than I know.
Can you do this as well so people like the video? Everyone like the video right now. Like the video.
Do you want me to put in a corner that doesn't beat the first man as well? Because that's what he does afterwards.
Man says he does all that and then does the Robertson. I hear it, man.
He's fucking shite, is what he is. He's fucking
shit. I think Odegaard's been absolute shit this season. You were irrelevant from the 90s to 2020, harping on history. Same thing after bottling to Leicester and City. Bottling to Leicester? When did we bottle to Leicester? We fucking finished 8th that year. You guys were in the mud for years. First of all, you don't get to count. You don't get to decide which years you use, because in the modern era, if you want to talk only majors, we won 4 majors. You won 3 majors, and we've won 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Premier Leagues.
Exactly. We've won 2
Premier Leagues.
Champions Leagues and a Europa League, as well as 2
In our
FA Cups
worst banter era, we won
and 2 and 3
Champions
League
League
Cups.
that your club has not won in 75 years.
You
And
know what
Liverpool
it
will
is?
always be relevant whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
And a bigger club than Arsenal, whether you like it or not. So
You can define a banter era by, does your team still win in a banter era? Liverpool still win in a banter era. Do they win plenty? No, but they still win.
yeah,
won
FA
2
Cup,
Champions
Carabao Cup,
Leagues,
etc.
FA Cups, League Cups, Europa
Okay, I'm
League.
gonna bookmark this, Lee. If you get Europa League football, he's coming to Liverpool. How about that? Bookmark this. So if you get Europa League football, come back to this chat. Yeah, come back to this chat. Super chat. $4.99. I'm sorry, Husam, you were right. I should have listened all along.
Oh, is it got to go to $4.99, not $1.99 because you were right?
Yeah, but he sent $4.99 earlier.
No.
He's like, oh, look at this breaking news from Ornstein.
Oh, right, that one. Okay.
He ain't gonna stay for Europa League football, bro. This league, I think, like Newcastle are that guy, bro. I'm so sick of these Newcastle fans thinking they're that guy because they want a fucking Carabao Cup. Anyway, big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. I want to talk Frimpong, Kerkez, Huijsen a little bit, kind of the defensive minded positions we've been linked with Tom, sorry. So, Frimpong.
Mm-hmm. It seems like a very Liverpool deal to do.
Respect, but chill with the Odegaard attacks. Norwegians are hating you now.
Sorry, you're right. I attacked Odegaard more than Odegaard attacks in a game.
All coming for you now?
Mate, I'm Scouse, not anyone else. Colombia.
Clips us up. I sent the clip to Tom. There's a guy in the comment section who says, "Thank God that asshole only has 2,000 subscribers."
Colombia hates me. Norway hates me. I wouldn't be shocked if Uruguay hates me.
Oh, Uruguay, yeah. Uruguay definitely.
All that stuff. I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, look, I've attacked Odegaard more than Odegaard attacks the opposition team in a game.
That is true. This is how I know you are so fucking uneducated, uncultured.
Luis Suarez was here in 2016, people. Luis Suarez was at Liverpool in 2016.
The Gerrard slip was not the Leicester year. He was
Leicester weren't even in the Premier League that year.
Yeah, Leicester wasn't even in the Premier League that year. You fraud. Wake up, Habibi, wake up. Anyway, back to the topic. Frimpong, Kerkez, defensive positions. Are we just going to go rock and roll football?
I think we are going to PSG football. And I think that what Arne Slot said in his press conference in the embargoed section, I don't know if you read it, about Bradley and Hakimi. That to me was the deal sealing thing. I think he watched PSG players off the park for 180 minutes and went, I need to take inspiration from that. Because they're the only team that's done us like that. Because we've done Newcastle in at home. So we knew how to beat Newcastle, we just didn't do it on the day, and we didn't have the players available. And
actually, sorry to interrupt you. Funnily enough, I just remembered. You don't know who came second to Leicester? Fucking Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
And he just called it the slip year. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead. I deserve a cigarette for that one right there, honestly. Man said the Gerrard slip was the Leicester year. You're such a fucking bum. When Gerrard slipped, City won the league.
Steven Gerrard was doing up LA Galaxy settings when Leicester won the league.
He was in LA Galaxy, bro. There wasn't Klopp was there when Leicester won the league, right?
Yeah, that was Klopp's first
Klopp
season.
Was the manager.
Christian Benteke was on number 9 when Leicester won the league. And I'm supposed to believe it's Steven Gerrard was in that team.
I remember there was a time where we were 2-1 up, I think, against Sunderland. Or a team like that at Anfield.
Yeah,
the goalkeeper came out. Christian Benteke ran at an empty net.
It was Leicester that year. Because Leicester hadn't lost at that point in the year. Or they'd lost once, to Arsenal. But they hadn't lost away from home that year.
I appreciate that. You want to know something? You're an honest man, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate
that.
Anyway, back to the topic. Rock and roll football, because people are worried about this whole, like, they've been doing Konate memes. How much he got to spend now? Like, with fucking.
It's an interesting contract negotiation technique. We'll threaten to sign Frimpong, and unless you sign a new deal, if you sign a new deal, we'll sign a right back that can defend.
Yeah, we'll sign like Vanderson if we sign it. If you
ever sign a new deal, we're gonna ruin your hamstrings for you with Frimpong, and Madrid can have you then. But no, I think I think Arne Slot's taking a lot from that PSG team, and I think we're going to take a lot of inspiration in terms of attacking style from that PSG team. And if you look at how they attack, their right back gets so high up. He's so involved in the attacking phase. And whether we like it or not, as shit as Frimpong is defensively, which he is, he's very good going forwards. And he's almost a winger at points in terms of his skill set. So I wouldn't be shocked if there's an element of Frimpong signs and we take that PSG right-hand side model and run with it. And then
you know what you just described indirectly? Who's the best right back ever, Tom?
Probably Cafu.
Who's the second best right back ever?
Probably Dani Alves.
Everything you just said about Frimpong is literally Dani Alves. He's almost a winger at times.
Dani Alves was better defensively than Frimpong.
No, listen. You were young. Let me educate you. Dani Alves used to get roasted defensively. So did Marcelo. Do not let Terry Fleurs and others guess.
These good attacking fullbacks did get roasted defensively, but Frimpong...
Bro, they all got destroyed defensively. Let me tell you something. These guys got destroyed defensively.
But I do think we're taking that model the PSG run with, because if you're looking at the way they play as well...
Oh, if we want to take that model, then we've got to change the whole midfield, brother, other than McAllister.
I don't think you do them. Because I don't think we're going to copy it fully. I think we'll copy dynamics of it, but not the whole thing. If you're asking me what I think we're going to do, I think we're going to end up playing Gravenberch as a centre-back points. I think we're going to play a back three and build up.
Why do you always like to be edgy? Like, it's just, you just do these edgy takes unnecessarily. We're going to play back three. Name one Dutch manager who plays back three in history. Those guys breathe 4-3-3 like it's in their DNA, bro.
Did Louis van Gaal not play a back three in the World Cup with Holland?
That's Louis van Gaal.
One of the best Dutch managers of all time. I'm not saying Liverpool will play Ryan Gravenberch at centre-back when defending. I'm saying that because I'm assuming Kerkez comes in as well. If you've got Frimpong, boom, right up that pitch. Kerkez attacking as well. You can't leave Van Dijk and Konate as a back two. We've done that under Klopp and it killed us. So what I would think could happen is Gravenberch drops into form a third centre-back at points. So if we were to get countered...
But doesn't he low-key do that sometimes anyway? Low-key, just low-key.
He's done it at points this year when we've taken Konate off. So Gravenberch has played centre-back, which is why I think it's more likely to happen, because he's got the experience playing there. And just because he's dropping in there at points doesn't mean he plays there the whole game. I'm saying that he drops in there to give us cover. But if the opportunity presents itself, he can do what he does, which is pick the ball up and run through the lines. But he would go in there to offer the cover to allow Kerkez and Frimpong to boom. Now, if Hatto's the one that joins, it doesn't happen because Hatto goes in there.
Yeah, there's the possibility Hatto joins. You know this.
Liverpool can't play a back two. They can't play a back two again. It killed us, and our centre backs have got more wear on them now. So I wouldn't be shocked if we sign Frimpong and Kerkez if at points Ryan Gravenberch became an auxiliary third centre back at points, just so we've got a little bit more protection on the cover. So if they play a long ball, if we lose the ball and they play a long ball, Gravenberch, Konate, Van Dijk from a back three, which gives you enough time for Frimpong, Kerkez, McAllister to get back. That's what I look at. I think it's a big commitment to do, especially after winning the league, to change style of play that, massively. But I also think that PSG are probably the best team I've seen play against us since the City team. They've got like 98 points. So I'm not shocked that we're taking inspiration from them. And I do think in certain areas we're better than them. So if we can just take those elements, emphasize them, and limit those ones.
I just wish we played on the counter-attack versus PSG. We would literally be in the final right now.
I don't, honestly. Again, though, what I'm not going to do, so I don't disagree with the way we played. I just think we needed a little bit more luck on the night. We hit the post 3 times, I think played off the line twice.
We needed other players to step up.
Or a striker that could score the goal. But at the end of the day, we hit the post 3 times and it played off the line twice. I had an offside goal. There's not much more you can do.
I just hope March. What's the dreaded date? March 5th, is it? The same date we played Atletico Madrid as well.
Oh yeah, whatever date that is. Fucking as long as we don't have to ever play again on that day, I'm fine.
Let me check actually. Which date was it?
I think it's like March 15th or something.
Yeah, March 11th, dreaded date.
That's it.
March 11th. Every time we play a game at Anfield, March 11th, shit like this happened. We need to get over that right there. With the Huijsen stuff, I know you've heard the same things that I've heard. This whole he will be a starter at Chelsea shit. What do you think happens with Huijsen? Even though we're deeply interested in it.
I think he comes to us. I think we move on Monaconte and Gomez, and he comes to us and he plays a lot of football because we need to rest Van Dijk. And Konate does pick up injuries. When people say, "Oh, he'll start week in week out at Chelsea," he will do. But what's better for your development as a 20-year-old centre back?
I think he'll go to Chelsea.
I don't think he will do.
I think just because of his agent and shit like this, and starting games and the massive payout you'll get because of the contract and blah blah blah.
I just look at it this way. I think he's got smart people in his camp. The smart thing to do as a young centre back is to play with an experience.
Yeah, just like the smart people in the Zubimendi camp and the Caicedo camp and the Lavia camp. Very smart people.
But they're not smart, as we've established. They're not smart.
Let's go. Did I not tell you your son is going to be a Liverpool fan? I told him 100 times. I told him, guys, 100 times. I told him he's a Leicester fan who watches this channel. I told him you watch my channel way too much, and your son's going to be a Liverpool fan. So I promise you, young one listening to me right now, grow up and support Liverpool, please. Just to prove a point. 20 years from now, I suddenly get a message from JB. Hey, my son actually is a Liverpool fan. You know, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Maybe I need to like 5-6 years, maybe. But how do you know that he has smart people around him?
Because he went to Bournemouth. That's why he's
Liverpool, by the way.
He went to a club that was gonna give him the platform to get that move. If he'd went to a Liverpool straight away, he probably wouldn't have played anywhere near as much football this year. If he'd went to a United or an Arsenal, he wouldn't have played this much football. I
can't lie to you. I feel like I'm low-key convinced he might go to Chelsea. Like, I really want him to join Liverpool. And I think there's a big chance he does join Liverpool. But I do think he's going to do like this thing at the end and he just joins Chelsea to get the start. You want to know why? Because the World Cup is close and he'd want to start for Spain.
But again, though, why would that not be a possibility at Liverpool?
It can be a possibility at Liverpool, but let's all be serious.
Liverpool needs to protect Van Dijk. We can't play Van Dijk 60 games a season. Ibrahim Konate is not going to go another season getting one injury. There is going to be a lot of football on offer for Dean Huijsen. And for his development, to ensure that he is starting centre-back for Euros and World Cups beyond 2026, what helps his development more? A year holding Levi Colwell's hand because Chelsea need him to be this Van Dijk at 20, or a year learning off Virgil van Dijk, the best centre-back the Premier League's ever seen.
We know already, me and you both agree on the answer, but I'm just saying from a player perspective, you don't want to start week in, week out.
We can't control what a player does, but at the end of the day, I think that the smart people in his camp will push for him to make the move to Liverpool because for his development and for his long-term career, it makes sense to go to Liverpool first. I think as well, Husam, we all kind of understand that eventually he's going Madrid. There's nothing we can do to stop him going Madrid eventually. It's shit. It is what it is. But you know what? The smart move for him would be to join a club which can give him the development platform that he needs because he's not the finished article yet. He's so far from it.
I still think he has a lot of development. Even watching the Villa game today, he still has a long way to go to be a
100%. He still has a lot of development to do.
Which is why, if it were up to me, I'd sign someone else.
If Konate went, that argument makes more sense. But I'm operating.
No, I think even with Konate staying, you want to know who I would sign?
I can afford. Don't. If it's Mark Gahey, I'm gonna question it.
How are you gonna question it when you're the first one that fucking recommended it, you bum?
Because I recommended Mark Gahey on the basis that Dean Huijsen wasn't available. If Dean Huijsen's available, I'm going Dean Huijsen.
Well, that's not the guy I'm signing anyway. Talk about Murillo.
Oh no!
What?
No!
What?
No, Husam, take that. Am I getting pranked? Is this like some really long convoluted?
No, I really like Murillo.
Oh,
what happened?
No.
Why are you so like angry and animated for? I said Murillo, you know that, right?
Murillo is wank.
Wow. Murillo is wank.
Murillo's got a career on the fact that he takes long shots like Rudiger did. When he plays for Brazil, which is the team that dominates the ball, he's crap.
Honestly, you're so full of shit.
Murillo, when he's trying to defend outside his box, is horrendous, and he's going to cost more than Huijsen.
No, actually, Murillo won't be that expensive.
How much is Murillo going to cost? He's just signed a new deal with Forest 2 months ago, and he's their star centre back. How much is he going to cost?
I reckon we could get him for 50.
You just don't, though. You just don't. You get him for
How much are
70.
you going to get them for then?
They're going to ask for 70.
Yeah, well, it depends on the price tag. If the price tag is that high, then...
So if we go 50 and 70, 60. Murillo 60, Huijsen 50. I'm going Huijsen. Also, Huijsen can play left centre back and right centre back. Murillo can't play right centre back. So if Konate's the one that's missing, I'm playing Quansah. Huijsen can do both positions. Huijsen is the smarter one. Murillo is way. If you think Huijsen's raw, Murillo is fucking. Oh, Murillo's more raw. Murillo has way too many problems.
Huijsen has a mistake in him, though. He's a kid still.
Murillo has a mistake in him, but Murillo masks it because he takes a shot from the halfway line.
There you go. Can you stop bringing up this shot from halfway line like we actually give a shit? Come on, can you stop it?
When you right, okay. Murillo defensively. When have you seen Murillo defending a high line?
We've never seen Murillo defending a high line.
When have you seen Huijsen defending a high line? Pretty much every game for Bournemouth.
Yeah. Bournemouth do play a higher line and better football.
So that's situation number one. Huijsen tick. When have you seen Murillo playing against a low block?
Playing against, but what does that have to do with anything as a centre back?
Because when you look at our centre backs role this season, our centre backs have a lot of the time been the guy to play the line breaking pass to a low block into the midfielder or into the winger. So when have you seen Murillo do that for Forest? You haven't, because they don't play against low blocks. Now, when have you seen Huijsen do that?
So why are you that upset at the Mark Guehi shout then?
Because Mark Guehi, if you're asking me to rank them, it's Huijsen, Guehi, Murillo. But my thing is, if I'm getting Guehi and Huijsen available at the same time, I'm going Huijsen. I can't pass up on Huijsen. This is one of the best young centre-backs on the planet. I'm not going to pass up on him so I can go for Mark
I
Guehi.
agree that he's one of the best centre-backs on the planet. I just think he's probably going to go to Chelsea just in this, like, the scenario for starting games. That's it.
If he goes Chelsea, then I'm going Guehi. I'm not going Murillo at any point.
Do you have any other, like, outsider options for centre-back?
I mean, you know the guy I quite like, that Lille centre back, Alexandro.
Mm-hmm.
I think at 25 he can play left centre back, right centre back. He's a very strong option as well. But there's also a world where I'm willing to do one more year of the 4 centre back options we've got now. If it means I can get, because I don't think the centre back rotation is bad right now. It's not bad. And if the right centre back's not available, I'm not going to spend.
So you're okay with us starting Quansah in certain games? Here we go.
It's the 4th choice. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Here we go. Once again, 4th choice. So Gomez is 3rd choice then?
Yes.
Yo, Gomez is injury prone.
Yes, but Gomez.
So your 3rd choice centre back is injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now what?
Then I'll play my 4th choice, which is Quansah.
So Quansah is going to be the guy that plays.
Yes, for about 4 or 5 games a season.
You say 4 or 5 games a season, but you know deep down that's not true. Stop it, Tom. You always do this, bro. Like 4 or 5 games a season. You know it's just not realistic. You're just so unrealistic.
Right, Husam. If we are ignoring the year where every single
they're calling you FSG Tom in the chat. That's crazy.
If we are ignoring the year where every single centre back got injured, when was the last time Liverpool's 4th choice centre back started more than 7 games in a season?
I don't know, and I don't know why your measuring stick is 7 games anyway.
Because that's about what, like, near on. Well, what's 25% of 38? Like, near on 10.
Okay.
So, if I've got to start Quansah for less than 25% of games, alongside
there's no way someone just brought up this name in the chat. Man said Matip.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. Matip used to play like. Remember, what was the stat? He played like 25 games in 4 years or something crazy.
No. Matip was actually all right in that. He had 2 bad years with injuries, but outside that, he was pretty decent. Matip's thing was just he always got injuries when he became the starter.
Chat, everyone we've mentioned in centre back, you have the choice to sign one. Who would you sign? I want to know. Who would you sign? I really like Huijsen, man. Like, I'm not against Huijsen. I just think he's gonna go to Chelsea because of this whole like starting role shit. Like, it's just that's the thing. So, like, I just think that's the issue. That's just the issue with this whole conversation. That's the issue with the whole conversation.
Huijsen, Hato, Huijsen.
Lukeba. I like Lukeba.
Lukeba's good, but Lukeba's too expensive this summer.
Yeah, 6 TMs way too much.
Huijsen. It's obvious. You know what? I rate Murillo that little. You know that I don't think Hato was good enough to play centre back, and yet I'd still rather have Hato at centre back than Murillo.
Fairs.
I
Let me read these two superchats before we get out of here. So, who do you think we signed this summer? Just give me names.
What? Who I want us to sign? Or I think the club.
No, who the club sign if Newcastle don't make top 4? Go on.
Frimpong, Huijsen, Kerkez, Isak, Stiller. 5.
You think the club signs Stiller?
I think they do.
I think the closest midfielder to joining Liverpool is Adam Wharton.
I think I would say Adam Wharton, but I think there's going to be a situation where we're too late for Wharton and they don't sell him because they've sold a couple of players already. So we settle for a Stiller.
I actually hear that. I hear it. I think he should go to Liverpool and develop, and then make the step up to Chelsea.
Step up and Chelsea aren't in the same sentence at this point in time.
Let's look at this, just so you know quickly. What does this show right here? It shows Premier League champions, Liverpool Football Club. So you can see right here, number 1. You see, let me educate you on mathematics because Muslims invented math. Al-Khawarizmi. Right here. See, 1 is Liverpool. 1 is Liverpool. As you can see on this league table in front of your face right here, you cannot upgrade on 1. So if I scroll up, I just go up. I can't upgrade on 1. But if I scroll down, and I scroll down a bit more, look, now you see Arsenal. Now
I'm not even seeing Chelsea in 3rd.
Now you scroll up again.
I'm not even seeing them in the top 4.
Now you see Newcastle. You scroll down again. Oh, look, Chelsea's there.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah, Chelsea's 5th.
That's a step up.
So the team in 5th is an upgrade on the team in 1st.
No, Husam, apparently it's a step up. To me, that looks 4 steps down.
Yeah,
that looks 4 steps down, personally, but apparently that's a step up.
Conference League Chelsea is a step up, apparently. And you want to know what's sad about that? His profile picture is an Arsenal shirt. An Arsenal fan working for Chelsea.
You would never, ever see me doing that for Everton.
Never, ever. I hope Everton get liquidated and relegated. Big up to Dimitri, says Arsenal won the Zubimendi trophy. They're so gassed winning fuck all for 5 years. Husam, play the Arsenal clip. Just before I play the Arsenal clip and we get out of here, Tom Little's channel is in the title. Make sure you guys subscribe. This stream is going to take you over to MHF, also where I am headed. So big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. I'm just going to play the first 30 seconds and the rest I'm going to keep for the Guard of Honor tomorrow. Love you, Dimitri. Watch this, Tom.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the pain. 3 years running, 2nd place again. We used to lead, now we just chase. Didn't even touch first this time, what a waste. Don't touch that soccer sauce. He's Limp Bizkit, smooth, but still no boss. 5 years dry, no shiny prize. Just pretty passes and Twitter cries. Taste the biscuit, taste the bluff. It's all clean boots, but not enough. Arteta talks like we're built to win, but silverware's allergic to the North London grin. We brought women dog, but we lose even more. 3 times second, never the king. And this year, we didn't even lead a thing. Same TikTok reels, same post-match tears.
Full version tomorrow, inshallah.
Can I just say, Husam, before we go?
You can. Yes.
The one gripe I have with that song. What pretty passes do Arsenal play now that aren't calls? There's no pretty passes to watch.
Right, isn't it?
There's no pretty passes to watch. It's just shit.
Yeah, pass left, pass right. Very pretty, Tom. Anyway, guys, this is going to take you over to MHF. I'm headed over there. Tom Little's channel is on the title. Thanks so much for joining us, Tom. And see you guys over on MHF.
To me, it's actually worthwhile now as well. I do stream.
right there. And it's in the title, guys. It's in the title. Peace out.